My name is Vishali. Suraj, as Rebecca introduced me. I work for a medical device company called Oxygen. And to kind of piggyback off of what Mark was saying, I'm going to talk about the challenges that we're facing in terms of big data. So Oxygen actually is a software device company. Majority of our data lies within images. So I'm going to go to the next slide, which is not going. That's okay. So I thought it's an image of the Fitbit, or a version of the Fitbit, and I thought it was really appropriate because that's kind of where Oxygen wants to go. It's got a lot of data, and we want to be able to use that data to design the next product. So it's about data trends, data science. Yep, that's where we're going. So that's okay. I don't need it. We've got the actual Fitbit here. It's a version of actually writing down data versus where we really want to be. And I would say when I first started at Oxygen, we were recording basic data. It was one clinical study. Now we're at about 10 clinical studies, and we have more data than I know what to do with. The challenge as a biostatistician that I face, and I can skip to the next slide, is biostatistics is sort of emerging into data mining. I mean, we know the processes and procedures to test our primary endpoints. We know how the clinical trials are designed for that, but the challenge is, what do we do with all our secondary data? What do we do with all the extra parameters that are not monitored, that are not cleaned up? So I spend about 75% of my day cleaning data up versus actually analyzing it, and that's a huge issue in our company because the product is driven by the data. So most companies, you get the product, you put it out on the market, and that's fine, but in order to make iterations, we actually have to utilize the data. So part of the issues that I'm trying to resolve as my role is trying to find and explore data trends from the secondary endpoints, organizing the infrastructure. As Mark mentioned, we actually have 3 different types of databases I work with. It might be male in one. Actually, it's an IVF company. It's always going to be female, but it might be an age difference in one compared to another, and so we do face those challenges. We started keeping a record, and in 1 month I had about 60 discrepancies, which is pretty big. That's all I could find in the 25% of time that I could focus on just analysis. So the other challenge is it's big data, it's large sizes of images. So how do you store that? You put it up in a cloud, but then recalling that information, it's expensive, it's time consuming. So you need to be able to have the data right at your hands and fingertips. So storage and infrastructure is another challenge that I'm facing. And my final slide was just to show that we've got all this organized for regular clinical trials. We can do this. I think all of the available systems so far know how to do this. There's edit checks, there's queries, everything can be resolved. The challenge is getting additional data and being able to utilize that data and do statistics on that, and that's the part that I'm trying to help move towards. Integrating systems, having one system so nobody's having to do edit checks across 5 different systems. I'm hoping these guys can help me with that. Thank you.
Thank you.